We're going to talk about obedience today. And one of the people in the beginning of the Bible was super obedient to God's word is Noah. All right. So we're going to talk initiation of the Noah's flood and how that can impact us and help us become more obedient. Okay. Hope you like my other video. It was just some little like Christian humor. I normally don't do stuff like that, but it is what it is. But we're going to read through all the way from Noah's flood and from the initiation of God talking to Noah, and you're going to see something that I'm going to point out, okay? I'm going to skim through just so you guys can get a glimpse. If you do not know who Noah was, Noah is like before God basically, how can I say it? He wanted to destroy the earth. He wanted to destroy the world because he's seen how corrupt his creation was, which is us humans. And he just wanted to be done with it. He felt as if this was something, his creation, he thought, I'm gonna make sure I say this correctly. The Lord verse Genesis 6 and 6, verse 6. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. Oh my goodness. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground. So in this time, God is like, man, look, y'all are doing too much down here. Like, I can't even find no room to try to give blessings and create some type of like organization of how community works through these people. I can't give y'all. He didn't find no grace in this moment, but he found grace in Noah. But Noah found in verse 8, but Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Noah and the flood. This is an account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Hopefully I said that right. Verse 11. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how that, y'all see that? Wait. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. Isn't that the world today? Crazy, right? God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on the earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. I'm going to fast forward real quick. But I have a point to bring up with all of this. Noah did no, and I highlighted. Basically, through this part, he's telling Noah, hey, grab 2 of every kind of bird, every kind of animal, every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is be eaten, store it away as food for you and for them. This is Noah's response. Multiple times. And I have a certain verse to where he actually Noah did everything just as God commanded him. You want to talk about obedience? He didn't question. He didn't ask for a favor out of this. Hey, can I get this real quick? Hold on, let me like live a little bit and let me do this a little bit. God gave him another commandment. He said, the Lord said to Noah, this is another part of his commandment. Go into the ark. That's part 1 of the next commandment. Go into the ark. You and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and 7 pairs, and so on and so forth. He's basically telling him, gather up enough so that these things, because God seen that Noah was a righteous man, he wanted him to have all these things together once he renewed the earth of all this other wicked and corrupt things. And he did not want Noah to just like look at how graceful God is. He just didn't want Noah to just go on about his life, just him. He didn't want him alone. For in the Bible, if you realize, most community timing where God does his work in community, we are not alone. He utilizes things like this. It could be people. That's crazy. People think as if some people ain't in your life, but you have a pet or something like that, or that could be, you don't know, that could be the symbol that God gives you. Like, who's to say that you only can rely on human beings to push along in this life? I've heard of many times my friends and all that, they're like, they have soul ties with their dogs and stuff like that, how connected they are. You mean to tell me God can't send an animal, his own creation, to be a blessing in your life, to be something to move through this life with, and to keep you sane and to keep you in the remembrance of how graceful and thoughtful God is. And Noah did. Hold on, babe. 1 second, okay? Okay, I'm almost done. And Noah did all that, and the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters come on the earth, and Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds, and all creatures. Noah through this whole time, all the way until his son was born. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Sorry, little ones was having kids, man. But it's okay, because they're the blessing. They're the sign too. They're the sign that God gives us something as a symbol of his grace. Keep that in remembrance. Before you were in the womb, he knew you. So he knows my children. Like, they're my assignment. Right now, Noah's assignment is that as for this is God's response through all this and God's covenant with Noah. And then he blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. The fear and the dread of you will fall on the beasts of the earth and on the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground and all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves will be food for you. Just as I give you the green plants, I now give you everything. I'm going to fast forward to 9:7. As for you, be fruitful and increase in numbers, multiply on the earth and then increase upon it. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you and every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock and all the wild animals, and so is set forth. But here's the catch, and then of course God gives them the promise through that he would not flood and destroy the earth this way in the waters again with the rainbow, of course. But here's my thing, right? Between Genesis 6 all the way to the end part of 9, Noah says nothing. There is no, and I have the King James Version, I have the NIV version. In both texts, he says nothing. You know what he's doing? He's just listening. He's just listening to God, man. He is being obedient. Sometimes you have to be obedient and listen to God. When he calls for a commandment that is a command, he commands him multiple times. Imagine if he did not listen. Imagine if he did not listen how Adam and Eve did. Will he would destroy Noah too? Possibly. We'll never know, right? Because he was a righteous man all the way to his death. And he was obedient to the Lord. This is a call for everybody else to be obedient, man. Me too. I gotta be obedient too, man. But just think about God's grace and respond with obedience. All right? God bless you. I'll be back.